Right, we're setting up again. I've had no end of problems here. Fingers crossed we'll be live again shortly. Da-da-da. Right, I've been messing around with the settings. Let me just try and get a chat up, guys, if you're joining. Just working on, it's a new stream, I'm just trying to get a new chat up. Just bear with. If you are joining, I need you to confirm, am I in 1080p now? Or have you still got the 1440p option? I'm hoping I'm just streaming in 1080p now, which may help the situation. We'll see. Just let us know if you can, if audio's coming up, video. Right, I've got a chat. Check Discord, PMJ. Okay. Dreams. What you saying? Dreams is saying I've dropped the 1440p 60. Yes, I'm on that, Dreams. I'm on 1080p at 6000 bit rate now. Check your mini PC isn't overheating. Yeah, it's not an ideal setup, but Matambo, are you here? Looks like the stream will be postponed for today. Back. Sent you a link. Set the bit rate to 9K. Still 1440p. Oh, okay. Is the stream good? I recommend using the Wi-Fi, but only where you have a wall. Yeah. Guys, that's the best I can do at the moment. Without restarting again. I don't know why I'm still in 1080p. I was just trying to quickly change the settings to get back online again. Yeah, I don't know how to change it to 1080p. Restart almost solves everything. We still have 1440p, yeah. If the stream's fine, we're going to carry on while it's working, yeah? I don't know what anybody saw before, but I put on the... my microscope isn't working as well now. I'm just going to try and sort this out. Deactivate, activate. What happened to that? Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just having so many problems. Right, I'm just adding a new sorry about this, guys. New camera. Microscope ain't working. Let me just restart. Come on. Oh, hang on. We're nearly there. Right. Right, are we working? No. I don't know why it's frozen. Oh, Martin's here. How are you doing? I'm having no end of problems, mate. Right, I'm going to restart my microscope. Switching it off. Right, switching it back on. Martin, I'm having a problem with that my capture card as well in that external enclosure. It's not working again. I've had to just set up a temporary. I get the ghosting on this capture card though. I'm just going to change to a custom FPS. Let's go 60 FPS. Right, I think we're smooth. We're good. Right, I think we are good. I'm going to get back to it because I'm annoyed at all of that stuff. Right, we need a fresh nano sponge. Right, let's clean this up. Okay, and I need to cut those legs off. Right, the joy of streaming, yeah. That's stressing me out, that is. Let's have a break for a second. Right, and just make sure everyone's saying we're good. I'm only watching 480, yeah, but it doesn't matter what resolution you're watching in, it matters what resolution I'm streaming at, because if I'm streaming at 1440p, I've got to send a lot more information over the network. So even if you drop it down your end, it's not going to make a difference. It's the amount of data I'm sending. It's the joy of Wi-Fi. I need to get a cable, I think. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, 1440. I'll definitely drop it down to 1080p, but I couldn't figure it out quickly enough. Yeah, I'll do 1440p in the future when I'm fully set up and I've got a hardwired connection and a decent computer. Yeah, it's the content that's the matter. Yeah, but you can't watch the content if the stream's not working. Microscope is working, stream is working perfect. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear, Heckman. Thank you. And Grandpa's Bench is here. I sent you an email as well. I mean, it doesn't matter to me what you stream at. Yeah, I mean, I can choose whatever bitrate I want. But obviously you've got recommended bit rates. If you're streaming at 1440p, you need the extra bit rate really for it to be quality. That's not very good, is it? Let's just cut that like that. Right, I think we're away. Let's do it. I'll keep an eye. I'm dropping a little bit of frames still. Let's see how long it lasts. Okay, we've got those capacitors soldered on because you probably all missed that. 3 capacitors, and hopefully I've soldered them the right way. Those 2 are that way, and that one is that way. Okay, what was next on our agenda? Three capacitors, we've done that, and just checking I got them right. Yep. Soldered the light emitting diode. So the diode needs to be long pin is plus and the short pin is minus. Right, where's my diode? Here. Long pin is plus. Just referencing where it needs to go on the board. It goes down here somewhere. D1. So long pin is plus and short pin is minus. I'm assuming it sits flush to the board. Let me check the stream hasn't died. I have all the stuff if you need a hand for the cable, including the hub and the switches. Yeah, to be fair, I'm pretty good with data cables. I've got everything I need as well to run it. It's just because it's not my house. I didn't want to start drilling holes in the wall, running cables and things like that. And also, I've got to get it externally from a house to the garage. That's another problem. Hello from the land down under. Ace is back. Hopefully the stream's working for you now. I'm going to mess around with the bit rates and the resolution after this for my next stream. Then I'll probably do a little practice stream just to myself or something, unlisted one, to really iron it out and make sure everything's good. Which I did before and everything's fine, it just suddenly takes a dip. But my fans are ramping up on my computer, I can feel it heating up. The machine can't really cope. The diode's in. Hopefully that's the correct way around. I verified you're still at 1440p. Yeah, I know, I've changed the wrong parameter. I did something wrong. Have we missed something? Solder the LED. Right. Solder the lithium battery charging board onto the circuit board using a single row of 1 pin. So battery charger goes like that. Okay. So battery charger board goes like this. So how does that charge then? How am I supposed to plug the cable into that? Maybe these cables isn't utilised. So that trace goes around to this switch. And this one goes around here to one leg there. So maybe that via goes down to there. So they're not using the port on here. They're using this port to charge it over to this board, bypassing this port. I think that's what it looks like. So that means I'm not going to be able to use the USB-C. Really wanted the USB-C over here, but that's not an option. That's annoying. The socket on the little board isn't used. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So there's no point in using up my USB-C, is there? Might as well just use the old micro USB here. Micro USB it is to charge it. Might be able to change if I could mount the USB-C on there. How does that mount? No, it's got 4 holes, look. That's only got 2. Different mounting. Maybe I'll change it for a... Maybe I'll change it out in the future. Doesn't matter now then. Let's leave it like that. So is that going to short out on anything? Can I just solder it through? Or do I have to use the pins? Got to use these little standoffs, yeah? Like into there. And then that's going to go into there. It's going to be like that on a standoff. I think so. Socket on the little board isn't used. Yeah, we got that then. So I'm just going to read the instructions to myself. Solder. Yeah, so it is like raised off the board. That's fiddly, isn't it? So do I solder them to the board first? Here. I guess so. Let's get a bit of solder on. This is going to burn my hand, isn't it? I'll try and hold it in. Who is it? I already know this is going to burn me. Ow. Couldn't hold it in, it's not flat. Let me get something to hold it. Not those. Those. Where is it? Was it this one? Yeah. This is fiddly. That's annoying. Changed the ITT bitrate because some people were perturbed and thinking LTT. I changed ITT by solder them to the board, the little board first. Alright Dreams, that might be a better idea. How's my stream going? I'm getting bored of this now, to be honest. I'm going to leave it for a few minutes because I'm kind of curious in the meantime. I'm going to put this to the side and I'm just going to have a look at that laptop. Then I'll come back to this in a second or two. I need a little break from that. Let me move that over there. if you don't mind. We've got to keep interested. Alright, let's not lose any bits. Yay, you can also... Yeah, I'll come back to it, don't worry, Symbol Tech. I will finish it. I'm just curious, because I think you joined the stream a bit late. You didn't see this. I was testing this first, and it was only negotiating 5 volts on here. But now, you can see the USB meters going in the corner. We're still pulling 3 amps on there. I'm going to just quickly do a measurement, just to see what voltage we've got in our battery now. Because we only had like 5 volts in there. What's up, everyone? Chatfix is here. Continuity. 1 second. Right. 8.7. Here we go. That's a better voltage. So, let's unplug that. 1 second. Let me just point the camera down a bit. Don't know what's going on there. I think I'm going to try connecting up some of the ribbons, like the screen, and then we can see if it's doing anything. Some chargers don't negotiate 15 volts too, JFix. Yeah, but Dreams, this laptop, it says here that it should be input 15 volts, 3 amps. And my charger is a USB-C, which power delivery, and it's capable of negotiating 15 volts if I need to, because I've also used it on a Nintendo Switch, and that negotiates 15 volts. Easily bored of soldering. You know, I've just got this going in the background. I can see it, and I'm just like kind of curious at the same time. Too high, way too high. It's overcharging the battery. Like yeah, but I'm wondering if the machine is on, Dreams. It might not all be charging current. That might be the laptop is actually on. I don't really know. So let me try. If I unplug the battery now, I don't know if it will work because I think it needs the battery. But let's see what current it's going to do without the battery. 5 volts only. Oh, we've got a white light. But we're at like 400. So is that a short? Or is that something, is the board actually powering on? So I'd like to kind of connect the screen and just check things. Fully charged should be 8.4. And it was still at 3 volts. But oh, sorry, I don't know if it's charging voltage, that's what I'm saying, or if the machine is on. I mean, I don't even know what is a CPU in this. It's kind of unfamiliar territory to me. Let me just check without that, straight into the battery. So the battery is 8.1, and on the battery it says, yeah, 7.6. So that battery's overcharged, yeah? Yeah, this is not really a laptop to me, Worms. This is like, look at it. This is more like a tablet or a phone. Because it's like it's not an Intel and it's not an AMD CPU. This one is an ARM processor. And I'm also, is it supposed to be like that, or is it supposed to have a heatsink on it? Is that the CPU there? I've no idea. It's all under shields, look. I mean, obviously that's a Wi-Fi with all the antennas. And probably like an LTE antenna. It's a giant cell phone. That's what I'm thinking, Dave. So the normal rules don't apply to this. I think you might have to. I'm going to disconnect the battery. Let me turn it around this way because I like to have the battery at the top. I'm going to just connect the screen while the battery is disconnected. Because this might be on. That might be why it's drawing 3 amps. It might not be battery. Because that does look fully charged now. I need some little tweezers so I don't damage this. Oh, I've just found my other beer. It was down there. We've got 2 beers now. We can go between them. Hey, Sean. Cheers, mate. Double time, cheers. You can have a bit of that one and a bit of the Guinness. Thanks, Sean, for subscribing. I forgot what we're doing now. Oh, yeah, we're putting these in. Right. Why didn't they even look like pins on that? Any excuse to have 2 beers? Yes, that CPU, that is the CPU, and it should have a heatsink. So yeah, you can tell me what's going on there, because I have no idea. I don't even know what's going on with this. Oh, this is quite interesting, actually. So that goes in there. But that's not copper there, that's just like plastic. And then that's plastic that side. Where did the pins make contact? Or is that just me? That feels like the plastic, both sides. Or maybe that is copper. This is weird. Don't understand it. Everyone's probably laughing now. Right, I'm going to put that in. Could be carbon tracks. Yeah, it must be carbon because that goes in there like that, doesn't it? We've got a debug header that's not populated. Right, let me get these tweezers because I think I'm going to go for the bent ones like this. They are the right. So this is JKBL. Keyboard light, could it be? Maybe there's a backlight keyboard. Here we go, that's locked in. JSAR, SAR. SAR, what's a SAR? Not sure what that one is. SAR. Someone will probably tell me. Steen. Oh yeah, you want to see the microscope? Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. So you got here. That was the one with the carbon tracks that I thought was carbon tracks. I'll just show you that. So, because you probably didn't see what I was on about the whole time. Oh, someone's calling me, 1 second. Just going to mute up. Right, that's the tracks. So these must be like carbon tracks, yeah? It just felt like part of the plastic. But yeah, as I say, it must be like a carbon track, so it must still be conductive. So I'm going to pop that back in. Lock it down. Yeah, here was our debug header. That's not populated. Here is KBL. So I'm assuming that's keyboard backlight. And here was JSAR. I can't think what SAR is at the moment. It's like a car with an S. Yeah, SAR car. We've got some more. I think that's just a speaker. And then that's just to go to a daughter board maybe. We'll plug them in. Why not? Just in case. Well, it looks like a power cable actually for something. JFP. FP, what's that? Something front panel? FP? I have no idea. Right, that's clipped in and locked into place. Right, we've got more. There's 2 antennas there. I mean, Am I really worried about plugging an antenna in at the moment? Probably not, but I prefer it to be plugged in and shorting out potentially on something. So let's line them up. Just want to see if this boots at all. I think the screen is damaged. That one looks like it's under. Oh, we can pull it out. Good, good. Right. These are awkward little things to get on sometimes. Just to get them lined up. Let me just make sure stream's still good. We're not dropping too much. Floppy. Oh, FP fingerprint, not front panel, yeah. So FP is a fingerprint. Right. We're good. What we got here? Not sure what that is. Could be like a camera or something. Who knows? Like mobile phone connectors, isn't it? That looks like the SIM card then. SIM card slot. JEDP, that's our screen. So is this our CPU there? Qualcomm, look. There you go. That's a CPU. So who knows where the cooler and that goes in here. I'm just wondering. Because this is the only space we've got. Does a cooler go there? But there's not really anything for exhaust. I'm not sure. But we've got more cables down here. JTP, that must be touchpad. Right, let's get the touchpad sorted out. Lift that up. It's not going in. Oh, it is. Yeah. There we go. And I think battery, we're going to leave that till last. There's still something here. Never heard of it. Those antenna connections can be such a pain. Yeah, I've managed to get it. What we're saying. Had one of those headers break off on an Xbox Series connector. It's likely to have a copper plate and a heatsink and maybe no fan. Yeah, because this is just a, like, phones and stuff don't have fans, do they? So it's quite interesting to come across this. I can put a little heatsink on there temporarily though, if it does seem to boot up or anything. I guess the worst that can happen is it'll just overheat and shut down when it reaches its temperature it doesn't like. Not sure what that connector's for. Doesn't really say, does it? JRF, there you two RF. JMW. Is that mangled up? Hang on, let me get that under the scope a bit closer. What's that there? Let me see if I can zoom in on that. It just looks a bit off that. Just trying to get a bit closer. Maybe that's normal. Doesn't look normal to me. Had some FP things I wanted to ask you on Discord. Yeah, Wolfpack's got his own Discord server now if anybody wants to join. What do you reckon to that? It's a hole. That's a hole, that is. Doesn't look right to me. But maybe it's okay. I'm going to plug the battery in, as I think all the other cables are in. So we've definitely got voltage on the battery. Let's go overhead and we'll give some testing then. Dreams, not normal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Feels like a screw damage or something. Let's go out a little bit. So should we, if we've got a bit of charge in there, the power button was on the side. Let's just see if anything happens. Looks like on the power button there should be a light. So I'm going to press it. No response. It's in airplane mode as well. Press it again. No response. Let's plug the charger in and see if it's drawing a crazy amount of amperage. Charger's in. What are you saying? 5 volts, 0.6, 0.8, 0.6. So it's up there. We just stop that multimeter from flashing around. Yeah, screen looks cracked. Just want to know if the laptop's on though or not. The screen's got some tape on it at the top. Well, we're not negotiating now, look. We're only at 5 volts. We were like 10 volts before. And I've got a white light underneath, I can tell you that. Here is a white light. Let me try the other USB. White light, 5 volts. Different behaviour. Let me plug my phone in just to make sure my meter's working. Yeah, 8 volts on my phone, look. So why have we got a change in behaviour? From plugging that in, we've not got 10 volts anymore. Could that be the screen? Let me just have a look what the battery's doing. What's the battery saying? Have a look at the meter. 7.8. So that's a more normal voltage, isn't it? Not 8 volts. 7.8. 6.5. 6.5. 6.6. 6.5. I think it is slowly just charging, trickle charging it, because I'm just keeping it alive. I think that voltage is okay now. And use the chipmunk. Yeah, I don't know exactly the chipmunk because this only has USB-C. I did try it earlier before you joined. I got an adapter. I've got a USB-C to USB, the normal one. USB-A. Let's try it again with that. I'll tell you if I see any lights on it. No. Oh yeah, hang on. It does work. So that's fine. We've got red lights and we've got green flashing. I think that's working. Yay. So maybe this laptop, yeah, it's flashing green still. So this laptop's good, isn't it? Maybe it's just the screen then. Has it got a HDMI? No. So, wait a minute. I think I might have something. Let me just check. Have I got with me? Don't know if I have. Oh, I might have. Yeah. Let's try this. So this one will give us a USB-C I can plug in, and it will give me everything, display port and a HDMI port. Lovely. So maybe this is working and it's just the screen. HDMI cable, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Unplug and see if it's the fast. Unplug and see fast voltage drop on the battery. Alright, let's do some battery testing then for Dreams before we try the HDMI. What are you thinking? Is this laptop on or off? I'm thinking it could be on. Right, here we go. Let me get on there properly. Right, I need more than one hand here. Right, can I hold this? I'm not on it. Trying to get on to get a reading on there. That's weird. Right, here we go. So I'm on there. We've got 7.8. Let's see what it's doing. 6364. I'm going to unplug it, and you can see if our yes, it was 7.8, and now we're down to 7.7. So you can see how rapidly that drops. Then, yeah, 717. Oh, and there you go. The battery's just jumped to 8.3 volts. That's not normal, surely. This battery is only a 7.6 volt battery. Why is it just suddenly jumped up to 8.3? What we're saying? Use a chipmunk. Unplug USB. See if voltage drop. Yeah. HDMI cable should be Thunderbolt. Do you have a USB-C on the monitor? Yeah, I've got the USB-C to HDMI. Stock block probe in a ground hole. Yeah, we've got a ground now. I'm just seeing if that's going to go down. 8.341, 8.340. Mookie, hey, glad you joined, mate. Feeling this could be another late night stream. Laptop went off. It is. It's an 8.4 volt battery. That's good then. So we're good. We're a fully charged battery. Yeah. Need to get my head around the battery voltages because that's confused me because it says it's a 7.6 volt battery on there. Sorry, I'll stop chatting while I let you do your thing. No, that's fine. I don't know how to get a thermal pad on there or something. We'll just have a look if I've got anything. Although we need to know if it's even turning on first, don't we? Right. I'm going to keep it plugged in because at least we can check the current. We're going to plug in the USB adapter and we are going to plug in a HDMI that I'm going to steal from a microscope. Will that reach up there? Unfortunately, I've had problems with my capture card, so oh, that's mini HDMI. Alright, what I'll have to do, nothing's ever easy. My capture card with all my inputs has stopped working. Right, we'll use a normal HDMI cable. I'll plug that temporarily into my capture card. And now we can plug this into here. And I'll switch to the HDMI, which will be our microscope. And we see just the microscope. So let me deactivate that. And activate. Right. So when you've got those funny colour lines, don't know if you can see that, that means I've got no HDMI signal. So we're at 0.3. I'm going to switch on the laptop now, see if it responds to the press. Sounds like a capture card fixed stream then. No, it's like a software, not a hardware issue. Not very interesting, unfortunately. And it's all tucked away up the desk, you can't see anything. Why is the current like literally fixed? I don't think that's working. Right, my USB meter's frozen. That's not showing us anything. This is not going very well. That USB meter's frozen, look. Right, I'm going to have to restart that. It's when I plugged the thingy in. I think I've nudged the my USBs that I've got, that the Finalizing connected to my USB meter. I'm going to resync to the computer. Face cam's going to probably freeze now as well. Electro rep, what did you miss? Someone will have to fill him in, because probably missed quite a lot. A lot of failures on the stream side of things. Right, I'm just trying to sort my meter out. Oh, I'm fed up of streaming problems. This is doing my head in, this is. Right, why can't you see that? Right, let me close my USB meter. Bear with, guys. More streaming issues. This is the problem when you have to restart things. Right, I think we're live, yeah. Here we go. We're working. Mini PC overheating. Yeah, I will get a better PC. I'm going to have to invest. Right, let's plug in. Now we can actually see what's going on. We're drawing an amp. And I'll switch back to the microscope. We'll see if we get any picture out of it at all, or if it's just funny colours. Just holding the power button down. That CPU could be overheating though, couldn't it? It's just literally a die. Oh, wait a minute. CPU's getting hot. Let me just show you. Yeah, it's getting really hot. I think that's overheating. Let me get a heat sink on there. The thing is, it's like recessed into that hole. That's not even touching it. I need some more thermal pad. Right, this isn't easy. Alright, let's just get a bit of thermal pad to stick in there. I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but we'll stop this overheating. I'll stick that little one in there. There you go. And then this one can go on top. Alright, I'm going to try power on that. Hey, can you see that in the screen? That webcam is on. Can see that. Oh, hang on. Hey, we got a picture. Can you see that? Let me zoom you in. Look. Can you see that there? I can see the time. Well, yeah, Dreams, it's overheating, but it's not normal CPU. It's just a little thingy one, isn't it? ARM processor. So I could touch it, but I could feel it getting hot. If it's getting hot, it's switching on. 2109. So we've got no backlight. It's just a no backlight issue. The screen does look cracked as well, by the way. I don't know if you can see there. Let me try and point to it. That looks like a crack. The blinking is your face recognition. Yeah, all I'm thinking though is that that was an indicator that the laptop was on to me, that the screen was on, and now I can see the picture in there. Let me get back out again. It's alive. Yeah, there won't be any customer's name on here. I can't see anything, just the time. So we'll hide that, don't worry. So what have we got then? This laptop's fully working, isn't it, probably? But why wasn't the HDMI working? Let me go over to this. Maybe that adapter. Just reseat that. Maybe it doesn't do like Thunderbolt and HDMI and display over HDMI. I'm not sure if this machine is capable of that or not, because we're all plugged in. I'm just going to disable and enable. I don't think it's doing HDMI over USB, or maybe I have to change the settings in Windows. Could be as well. LCD may be fine. Yeah, I can see crack on the screen, but it would be interesting to know if the backlight is faulty, if on the motherboard. Yeah, you can see the screens, there's a crack there and a crack there, so we've definitely got issues. Just thinking what to do. I'm going to try something. Let me unplug the power and unplug the battery. We're going to try something here. If we can't get HDMI out of that USB, we'll abandon it. We'll abandon this, and we'll get another toy. One second. Here we go. This could be the touch glass. LCD may be fine. Ah, okay. Function, no keyboard shortcut to send signal to the monitor. Function F4 on HP. So I don't know if it's just the touchpad part of the screen. Does it still need a new screen though, doesn't it? Or unless you can separate the touchpad from the screen. Right, we've got the battery unplugged, haven't we? So I'm just wondering if I could use a 40-pin EDP. Need the bigger one, this one. One second, guys. Right. So we can plug this one into the laptop. Oh no, it's not. It's bigger than that. How many pin is that? Not sure if I've got one big enough. I've been waiting on the EDP, yeah, but I don't know if I've got the big enough cable. That's a standard 40 pin. No, because that's not a standard one, unfortunately. I'll just show you what I mean under the microscope. Yeah, Mucky saying good luck separating. I don't think I'd be able to as well. Now I'm going to have to switch it because my microscope's not plugged in anymore. That HDMI is. Let me just put the microscope back in. I'm not very happy with this stream today. It's been a nightmare. Really want some better equipment. Oh, it's not even working now. Oh, that's it. Weird. And it's gone. Right. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dreams. It's not a standard pin out. It's not just an EDP connector, because this is longer. Like a standard 40 pin EDP connector is like this. so this is more than normal. So you can see on there, it's probably because, as you say, that connector is carrying more signals than just a display. So I'm trying to also collect some extra harnesses from the broken laptops, because the other side of this, it will be like however many pins this is, like 60 pin or whatever, and then it will be 40 pin at the other side. So I need to collect the wiring harnesses so I can use what I was going to show you is the EDP adapter I've got, which is like this. So I can use a standard 30 or 40 pin on there, and whether it's a 2-lane or a 4-lane, I can switch it on a dill switch. Hopefully you can focus on that down there, and then it's going to give you a HDMI output, so you can test from the EDP port in these situations where you don't have an external HDMI. But we'll have to work on that, because I need to still collect some more harness cables. Didn't have one the right size for that. Like, what I mean with the harness cables is this one is as an example. Let me show you that. So you'll have this one go into a motherboard connector, and it doesn't just go to a display. You'll have two things coming out of here. You've got this one, which is a normal EDP one, and then it's also carrying this is a ribbon that goes up to like the camera module or something. So you've got a standard end, that end, and then that's like a proprietary one for the laptop. The ones on the motherboard are not always the standard ones. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to collect the special harness cables. So with those, I'll be able to do it then. You can take the screen out, read the part number. Possibly won't find a third party with the touch layer connected. Okay. They normally have a second cable in the touch layer as well. Wolfpax is all eyes. Right, okay. Well, we haven't got backlight. So regardless of a touchscreen, why isn't the backlight working? I'm just having a little tidy up there. Right, I'm going to plug this back in. I'll plug the screen in first, of course. Wonder if we can measure backlight voltage going to the screen on the connector. Just move that out of the way. I'm going to take my hat off. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm going blind. Let's go in with a microscope so I can actually see what I'm doing. Here we go. Right, I can see what I'm doing now. Oh, just noticed that spinning on my finger. That literally just started spinning on my finger. It's not in very well. So it probably means the board's been out. Let me just put that back in then. Where's my screwdriver? I'll just have to move the camera away slightly. Oh, I get it. That's where the heatsink went. Alright, so you've got one hole there, one hole there, one there, and one there. So there's 4, look. That's what held the heatsink that's missing off the laptop. Is there a board view for this model, Jay? I've not checked. I literally just cracked this open on the stream. So if you want to find the board view, Dreams, because I'm probably not going to go that deep into it and get the board view right now, because it will take up time. But there's the board. It's an LA-J221P. LA-J221P. So there may be a board view for that. You have 3 connectors all off one cable, similar to what you just showed. Yeah, that's model number or board number, they have given you that, Dreams. So you've got that. You might be able to find it. That might help me out. Because it would be nice to know on this connector here which pin is carrying our backlight, so I can make sure the backlight voltage is reaching the screen, because I can't see any tracks on here, so it's difficult to tell. I think you'll be able to see the tracks on the other side, the underside of the board, but if I know what pin, that's got an arrow, so I'm assuming that's pin 1. But I'm going to plug it in and see if there's any backlight voltage. That's my plan. I've just plugged the battery back in, by the way. The battery's back on. And we'll go overhead and let's get it back to its state where the screen was on. And we can see the picture. Switch it on again. See if we can see the time in the screen again. Big tracks off of the back. Yeah, but I can't see the tracks, Symboltech. They're not on this side of the board. I'll show you in a minute. Let's just get the laptop on. Maybe it's not coming on with the battery. Oh, I've got by the way, you're not going to be able to see that. I've got a backlit keyboard. I had a nice backlit keyboard there. Oh, there you go. Look, can you see? Lenovo. So we're on. And we've got no backlight. So let me put something in there so the screen doesn't turn off with the lid sensor. I'll stick this little Finalizing box in there. That just means I can close it without worrying. So we're on now, and we should have backlight, yeah? Let's zoom in on the connector and check some pins. Microscope. And also, oh, I need to get something on the heatsink, don't I, if it's come back on. Right, where's the heatsink? There's the die. And I've got, you see, little contraption. Right, so that should keep it running cool while we're messing around here. As you see, look, I can't see any tracks coming off there to measure which ones are backlight. But we can at least measure and see what voltages are there. Rob's radio channel, you're doing well. Keep it up. Thanks. I'm not doing well. I've having streamer issues today. I can't just crack on with what I want to do. Can you put a label model on top of your display? Can you put a label of the laptop model on top of your display? I did put it on for a while. I don't know if you've seen it. Check the brightness on keyboard is not on low. Yeah, I've seen the backlight on the keyboard. Yeah, thanks for stopping by as well, Rob. Maybe you can take the screen out of the lid, read its part number. Yeah, well, we can as well, yeah. I think you need to start getting the screen out of the lid. Inverter will be behind the screen bezel. Not sure you'll get to it. Don't mess around with the screen connector while the laptop is on. Yeah, I need to measure the voltage though. I want to. There's no point in taking the screen out if I've not got my voltage going into the screen. Then the screen's never going to work. So I just wanted to confirm I've got my voltage here. We'll be careful. I'll get a ground from over here and we'll just measure these pins just to see if we have got a voltage on there. Let's just make sure before we start that the laptop is still on. I'm just going to check the screen. A second. Yeah, it's still on. I can see I'm at a Windows login screen. And who knows how much a screen costs for this, but maybe it's worth just getting a new screen. Sent you the schematic, but there's no unpaid board view. I'll be able to get the board view if we need it. Unlikely the edges are the backlight. Is there a brightness button on the keyboard for the screen? Oh, for the screen, okay. I get what you're saying. Let me check. I can see there is actually a name on the screen, so let me just do it slightly off camera just in case it does work. There is a button, yeah, so there's a function lock and a plus and a minus. It's not having any effect at all. If I press it without the function lock or with the function lock, that's still exactly the same. Oh yeah, I can see function lock is turned on. Yeah. Nah. The laptop's definitely on. So we should have voltage on there going to the screen to power the inverter. And then the inverter obviously will be high voltage after that. Let's go then. Microscope view. You should have 19 volts even with the laptop off. Yeah, so because it's just a, I don't know though. Is that the same electrorep on this type of board? Because it's not going to be a 19 volt power rail. This is a ARM CPU, by the way. It's not an Intel or an AMD. It's more like a phone or something, a phone or a tablet. Dreams sent you the schematic. Yeah, don't buy a schematic, whatever you do. If you need a board view, just send me a message. Because we should be able to access them. Right, we're on voltage, so let's go. Here we go. So we've got 8.3 volts, so that's battery voltage on there. I don't actually know what the main power rail is, but we've got the battery voltage on pin 1 and on pin 2, is it as well? No, it's just on pin 1, and now it's not. Okay, let me check over here. 0.4 of a volt, 0.4 of a volt, 0.4. Nothing. 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 Now check for 3.3. Laptop fixes here as well. 8 volt, it's okay. This is the main power rail. That's what I thought. So yeah, there you go. Laptop fix. There's our 3.3 on that pin. So we know we've got a 3.3 and we know we've got the 8 volt main power rail. So I think that should be powering the inverter, yeah. And then our 3.3 is our like signal and stuff, backlight on and stuff like that. But I think we'd have to open the screen to check that. The pin's short when you measured them. I'm not sure because I did have backlight voltage on there and then it went. I did have main power rail on pin 1. We'll just check it again. No, we're fine. I think I just wasn't on it properly. 8.8. We still got it on there. No problem. An ARM CPU. Only ever seen them in a Chromebook. Yeah, I've got. This one is a ThinkPad laptop, but with the ARM. Now I believe they are quite good for being like super efficient for like battery life and that. So that's probably why they are, you know, desirable in some cases. If you just want to be on the go, you know, super mobile. It's nice and light. You know, can you see there? Look, you can see just like the the user profile. We're on the login screen. Time to check on the other end and get busted. Yeah, well, it's up to you. I can do two things now. I can continue with the radio that we only got halfway through, or we can start taking the screen apart on this, and then we can start looking at if the backlight voltage is there. Bearing in mind the actual screen is cracked on the front, whether that's the touch screen part of it, or maybe the screen is just faulty. Yeah, I keep my Chromebook on all the time, but it's the Intel CPU. So what do you want to do? You want to do the laptop? Or you want me to finish the radio? This is a second stream, so people might not have been on what I was doing. We was just building a radio before. I vote for carry on the laptop. Alright, laptop. Let's carry on then, if you're happy to do that. Let's unplug the power. Unplug the battery. So we're discharged. And we can remove the heatsink now. And we need to open the screen then. And we need to get to the inverter and see if the inverter is running. So what we got here taped up, I'm just going to switch my multimeter because it flashes around in voltage. I keep it like that if we're not using it. Okay, so we're going in for this now. Tell you what, that speaker's annoying me. It's just flapping around all the time. What I'm going to do is just tape that down. I can't work when it's just falling out all the time. Just get a bit of Captain tape to hold that on. Right. You can stay put then. How are we taping you? Not really sure actually. Let's go like that and around. Right, that'll stop it falling out while we mess around up here. Here we go. Oh yeah, we've got some cracks there. Don't know if you can see that. Gloves. Glass is sharp. Don't cut yourself. Yeah, I haven't got any gloves, sorry. It seems to only touch panel, but we're be careful. Someone's been, yeah, it's been opened before. Derrier, who's in the chat, Martin, he was kind of donated this one. Let's check then, because we've got cracked glass up here. So that was covering there, so I don't want to get that in. That looks like part of the bezel here, like the fixing that goes around, that's also damaged. So this has probably been drop damaged. Can you see these along there? They're the hooks. So the screen should like hook in at the top. So it's completely out actually. Right, let me just be careful and see what's going on. Don't think I removed the screen panel. It was dropped. Yeah, so it looks like that. Like it's been dropped. So this unhooks. Don't want to damage it. I almost think like this bottom bezel comes off or something. Yeah. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I think this grey plastic at the bottom should come off. There we go. I actually like to do these things with fingernails rather than using tools. You got more feedback then, and you can tell whether you're going to break something or not. usually your fingernails can get in. So that's out. Let me keep that safe. Where's the back cover? Over there. So we can see already the circuit down here. Oh, okay. So we've got screws. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Right. This looks like it might be damaged already. We'll have to come in with the microscope. I usually use a plastic pick. Yeah, I've got quite a few like picks and stuff, plastic ones. So we've got 2 screws. I don't know if you can see, one here and one here. So we should have opened that bezel first. It's just because it was so open at the top and it had unclipped itself from the top that I started there. Right, let me put these in the pile for the screw. Now does it come out? Yes. Now it's free, but these are both broken. I believe the ribbons are snapped. Not sure if that was me or if that was already like that. I'm going to zoom you in on the microscope. Have a look at that. Let's have a look then. So that's okay. That's okay. So I'm assuming these are actually the signal. They don't seem long enough really to push in there. Wonder how they go in. But they are unplugged now, so the only thing that's holding the screen is the EDP cable here, which is going through this hinge. Let's have a look on the back of the screen. Let me go overhead so you can see better. I don't know if you could see that, but the only thing holding it is this cable now. Take the board off first, it's glued down. So this board is for these cables to connect to. I'm not sure what these are then. Is that for the touch screen? And this is for our display here. Because this is not our EDP, that's not our inverter. That's going to be in this panel somewhere, isn't it? They've just been pulled out. You can still see, yeah, it's touch. Okay, so we confirmed that these are the touch parts on here and the circuit. But how do we actually get to like the inverter and stuff? Is it under the tape here? Let's have a look what's under here. I think we might need to make a surgical incision. Here we go. Let's see what's under here. Hey, we've got a circuit board. Lovely. Let's go all the way. Can always tape this back down after. Well, the screen's broken, isn't it? Oh, okay. The thing is coming off with the screen. I think we're good. I'm just going to give us some space to work with. Right, here we go. Bingo. Yeah, use the EDP board. Yeah, well, this is the point you can plug that now into that HDMI. I don't really want to do it now because it keeps messing up the microscope. Because my computer ain't working properly, my capture card in my external USB Thunderbolt dock isn't working again. And yeah, I can only have the microscope. I've only got one external capture card. I'm going back to sleep. I've just fell asleep. Oh, eye testings, yeah. Enjoy your sleep, mate. What time is it? 11. That cover film is to stop you getting a shock. Okay. Well, nothing's connected at the moment. So as you see here, that's our EDP connector, like a normal size one here. And have we got places to test our voltages? Because it looks like we've got test points here. Zoom in a little bit. If you have some spare screens for testing next time, yeah, I'll make a whole video about using those EDP boards, because I've got more as well. I've got ones for testing screens on their own, or ones for testing. So we could unplug the screen and just test the screen directly. That's another option. I was just trying to see that our signal was reaching it. So on these, in these ones, where's my pointy stick? A second. Oh, here we go. So we've got PWM, PWM in, PWM1. I'm not sure what these measurement points are. It's not that clear to me. Is there any more points? Oh, here we go. Well, this is easy. We've got voltage in and a fuse. So that's going to be our main backlight, isn't it? That feeds the inverter through the big track. So you can see it comes in here, it goes through that fuse, we've got a test point, and it's a big track that looks like it's going down here and into this chip here. So that's going to be our inverter chip, and then it's going to have an output. I'm assuming it's going to go through that inductor or something, and then around, and then we've got the old glued down type of connector. Can't remember what you call them. Is it COF connector? Something like that. Oh, here we go. We've got some test pads here. So we've got ground, clock and data. Ground, clock and data. I don't see like backlight on. Backlight enable ones. We've got 3 big test pads there. Let's focus on this then, because that's the fuse, isn't it? Should we do continuity on there? I'll let you have some spare screens for testing next time. Yeah, if you've got any spare screens and things, because I will try and make a video with those tools. So that might be useful. Thanks, 11:55. Yeah, have a good sleep. If you're interested in this, you can have a look tomorrow. Right, I think we're on continuity anyway. There we go. Yeah, we're on continuity, so let's go here to here. Fuse is intact. Yeah, fuse is good. We can't measure the voltage because we've got it disconnected. So should we connect it again? Is that a good idea? Any markings on the chip? Yeah. It might help if you can get any pin out for that chip, a data sheet. So that chip is a 1B6HT8V. No idea. Don't know if you want to write that in the chat. If someone can do us a favour and write that. Problem is as well, even if you get schematics and board views, they never include the screen. Looks like a burned diode and inductor on the other side, on the other end of the PCB. Nice sharp lecture up. I haven't noticed that. Let me go back in then. You found a burnt diode and inductor. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wasn't even looking. Yeah, so there it is. That's definitely burnt, isn't it? Let me zoom in and get some nice focus. We can inspect that. Oh yeah, look at that. What a good spot. Electro rep. It is hot down there at the diode level. An impression. Any marking on the chip. Can you bridge enable pad to 3 volt to see if it's working backlight? Yeah, well I think we found the problem now. So yeah, definitely. Look at that. That's not a hole, is it? So got a Grand Canyon in that. Look, oh, there we go. Look, you can see it's like carbonized in there. It's even sticking. Look, like a magnet to the end of that. That's a crater. And as I say, that diode is gone. This is D301 here, and that's yeah, that's goosed. Uber Micro, he's here as well. It's the far right blow up cap and diode. That will be the backlight ribbon. Yeah. So let me zoom out a bit so we can just check the ribbons, because it's completely making sense that now you've said it. So this cable, whatever we call it, is it a COF connector or something? No one confirmed that, but it's like a glued on one that you have to like, it's like pressed and glued in place. That's going to be carrying the signal on there for our picture, and then this one here looks like the backlight one that goes through here. So maybe this is part of the inverter. Oh, there we go. We've got, so it's an LED as well. It's not a normal LCD. So you've got LED, PWM, and LED enable on those two. But yeah, we're no good. Those two components. I'm not going to be fixing that now. And even if we fix it, the screen. Let me get the part number on here, and we'll maybe somebody can check for me how much they cost on AliExpress. Let me just find exactly what's the part number. There we go. I don't know if anybody could do us a favour and just write that in the chat for us, so I've got something to refer back to as well. But there, that looks like the part number for the screen. So depending on the price of that and whether it comes with like the backlight and the touch screen part of it together. I don't know if the chat's still working. Oh, thanks Charles for screenshotting it. Just bang it on Discord or something. I know I'll have a look. But I think that, if you've grabbed that, is the end. But it's quite good because we know that the laptop's working, yeah? Oh, look at that, look. You see that through the back panel of the screen there. Like a little impact damage. Maybe again where it was dropped. You can see that, look, the camera module goes down this ribbon. That was one of those that connected to the motherboard. Going to go out a little bit wider. So for now, I will... Yeah, a little bit of broken glass on here. Let me use the tweezers to remove it. Don't risk the fingers. Right, so let's tidy this up then for now, so I can carry on. I will then put this back together in a fashion, and if the screen is reasonable, we can try a new screen, because the backlight is goosed on this. So let's stick a couple of screws that belonged. It was the silver ones. I don't know if this is a good laptop or not, by the way. If this is worth fixing or not. If people really use like these type of ARM processor ones. Don't like to see things go to waste. Right, the screen's in the fashion. I'm going to put a bit of Captain tape on the top as well. And then it's secure for now. We'll just go around the top like that. Straight down. I don't want to lose the screws. If I put it together now, then I'm not going to make that mistake. Only take 1 second just to put the back cover back on. And that Captain tape didn't help there, did it? But we know the battery's working, taking a charge, it's coming on. So there's nothing wrong. It just needs a storage drive as well. Oh, and the CPU heatsink. Needs a heatsink. So that's one to look into as well. Right, stick that back together. I think it just clips on. Nearly got. Lovely. Let's get some screws in. Right, they're not all the same size screws. 3 of them are longer. Always to be aware of. Over £100. What's over 100? Is it the screen that costs over 100, or the laptop is worth 100? 290 original. £100 on Ali. That's quite pricey, isn't it? Alien Tech, good evening. Good evening, mate. Thanks for joining. So the big screws go in the back, and then I've got the small screws now. It was actually missing one. Oh no, it wasn't. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got all of them. Oh yeah, it's got the touch screen. Yeah. So, guys, is it worth paying £100 and getting a new screen in this laptop to make it working again? Also, there was a hole in there. I'm wondering if that, because that was close to one of those edges, I'm wondering if maybe someone had the wrong screw in there at some point. My HP one was 130. Wasn't worth it. No, say not worth it. Not worth it. That's what I thought. That's probably why the laptop's here, because it's not worth, you know, if a customer drops it and they get quoted for the price of really how much it costs, and you've also got to do the work, so it's not really worth it, is it? Which is a shame, because the laptop itself is quite nice. Where did I put the bar? Here. Right, that's back on. Yeah, I mean, this is quite a nice, like, it's aluminium. Keyboard feels nice. It's fully working. Kind of a shame, isn't it, for that screen? Split it for parts, get it eBayed. Yeah, I suppose so. like to fix things though. Oh, I've just got a new and one. Not sure who that is, but thank you for subscribing. I missed the pop-up because I had my head in that laptop there. Format and sell working board. I'll just sell it as untested. It's a fully working board. Yeah, it's just a shame. I don't know what else you could do with that. Right, I'm gonna carry on with my little radio. So we need some music playing. And I can't remember. Oh, it was that little thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, where did I get to exactly? Where is that board? I was trying to solder that charging board on here. Let me go over the microscope. Yay, radio. I've got another laptop we can have a look at after. Let's see how we get on. I've also going for breakfast in the morning with Arena. So, can't be too late. Okay, so we did a bad job of this. And somebody suggested soldering the standoffs onto the small board first. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm still going to have the same problem holding it onto there, burning my hand. Just need to find a way to hold them as I put them in. But then I'm actually thinking, does it really need to be on a standoff? There's nothing to short out on there. Okay, we'll go with it. Let's try. You found the crystal. No, I haven't looked in the bin yet. I'll go searching through bins after the stream. Right, let's just heat that up. Ow. Yeah, it's too hot. How am I going to hold it? Maybe I can just put something on my finger. Yeah. The tweezers kind of aren't accurate. I mean, the little tweezers or pliers, I can't hold them at the right angle. Yeah, I'm going to put that in. Probably need to wick away as the whole... I'm just going to have to wick it away a little bit now. Let's get the hole back. We'll get this done. Come on. Need the solder sucker. I ain't got a silver line. Okay, should we try solder sucker? Let's add a bit more solder then. I've never had good luck with the solder suckers. Put the pins on a sheet of foam. Standoff is for heat dissipation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Do you have one of these breadboards? The ones with the metal gripping springs inside. I've got a breadboard, yeah. Should I put them in a breadboard to align them or something? Oh, nearly did something. Fill the hole back in again. I can never hold this thing over the microscope. It's too long. Right, let's try again. Hey, we did it. Wow. So what we're saying with the breadboard idea. Yeah, breadboard will hold them in alignment. Let me get the breadboard then. We'll try it. I like that suggestion. 1 second. There we go. So you think like that. Use the wooden toothpick to push the solder in the hole. Orion, thanks for stepping in on the chat, mate. For being here. Yeah, I've managed to clear it now, and that's a good little tip. And yeah, a wooden pick would be quite good because it wouldn't like if I had to like a metal, like a tweezer, like this. That's gonna heat up, isn't it? I haven't got them. I'm just looking. I don't think I've got any toothpicks, wooden things. Oh, could use this. I've got plastic ones. Don't know if it would melt. Like a plastic pick. That might work. We managed to do it anyway now, so I think we're good. Yeah, you can get the alignment with that board. Alright, we're trying that now. So where's my little pins then? We need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going on this board, so I'm guessing we want the long ones out. Can you see enough in there? I'll put them in like the long way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. This is fiddly. I think I'm going to put them in the breadboard first. They're just going to fall out there. Oh yeah, that's much better, if you can see what I'm doing. So I just need to get the alignment right. So that one's going to go in there. Yeah, but then it's not long enough. I'll have to do it like that way. Yeah, that's going to work. So which one lines up with that hole? That one? Got it. Yeah, we got it. No, we haven't. It's pinged off. What's he saying? What's he having to do? Yeah, you can get the alignment with the board. Use the centre of the board. Brace in the centre channel. No plastic. Yeah, okay then. It's just use wooden ones. I'll have to get some. It's not going into the breadboard. I definitely need one. What does Dave definitely need? Right, that's in now. Never mind, you found a good distance. I've just pinged that one off with my finger. Right. Can't remember which one it was. Right, are they the right size or have I put them too far apart? Needs to be a bit more. We'll get there. Generally you just use long ends to hold onto the breadboard, not the shorter ends. Yeah, what I'm finding, Dreams, is that the actual black thing is moving up and down on there as well. But that's perfect now. Just need the other 4. Let me count how many holes along. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. So like that. Okay, good, good. And one more. Last one should be easy. Just follow the line. Yeah, the black things is going up and down on it. Okay, I think we're there. No, we're not. Wrong hole. Right. Right, I'll show you so you can see. Is that lined up correctly? Greatly need to use the long end generally. Yeah, I've read that. I need something to hold my BIOS programming board. So maybe you could use the breadboard like this. I'm not sure. Depends if what header it is. So how is it going to fit? Are you going to say perfect? Still not that easy. I know you can't see very well. This is such a fiddly job. Yeah, we got it. We're in nicely. Let's solder while we can. Microscope. Yeah, it looks good, that does. That's going to get us a nice alignment. Who gave us the breadboard tip? Who said that? I really appreciate the breadboard tip. That works well. Was that Matambala? Thank you. I like that tip. Now I don't want to hold these on because it's very... I don't want to solder for too long on these because it could easily melt the plastic bit on it. Let's see. I wonder if they're all the same height as well. Oh, just knocked it. I was just trying to check that they're similar height. That one's further down. Maybe I should push the others down. Yeah. I'll push them further down into the breadboard. What have I got to do that? I will just use a pry of some type. Yeah, it's these little tips that I would never think of. Right, is that one just needs to go down slightly more? A little bit. Yeah, that's alright. If we aim for perfection, maybe we can come somewhere close. That. Here we go. So the legs should be the same when they come out the other end. You're going to end up cutting the excess off anyway. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, so I don't want to heat it up too long because I don't want to melt the plastic. I'll come off the heat. Just tap it on like that. And then this one. Let's go. This one. That smelt like burnt plastic. Right. Let's have a little clean up. Give me some nano sponge. There we go. Have we melted it that side? I think it's alright. I think that'll do. So, over back to the main board. And the charging board goes in here. That's where I was messing around before. I'll just clean that a little bit. I think that's a bit of solder there, isn't it? Aim high and hopefully you'll get halfway there. Exactly what I'm thinking. You got to try, haven't you? on a piece of card, or a piece of card, drop the board on, make the pencils through the hole. Do they sell more? Yeah, I don't know about the thing with the pencils, but that's perfect. That breadboard idea worked wonders. Look at that. And they're nicely squared aligned as well. So I like that. That was the right way. Got out plus to out plus, out minus, and then in and in plus, in minus. So we can always bend them if they don't fit in quite here. I'm just doing this with the eye. I'm just taking it away from the microscope. Right, there we go. Perfect. We're in. That's sitting nice and flush all the way. So we can solder that. Lovely. You've got 2 more pins, mate. Oh, have I? Could have used this board also. Do you need the battery? Well, I think that maybe these will solder to the plus and the minus, because our battery holder is like this. I've not checked the instructions yet. I'm only assuming. My wife says I'm very trying. Stop. My tumble says stop. They've wondered too much on the board. What have I done wrong? Something gone wrong? Yes, B plus and B minus. Alright, let's go back to the... You're saying I need the B plus and the B minus. Let me just check. Be good to get it right before we solder it and have to desolder it all. Just finding it on here. I found it. So it says, solder the lithium battery charger board onto the circuit board using a single row of 1 pins. That's not clear enough, is it? I can't see it. It's not clear enough for me. But there might be a schematic. It does show battery plus and battery minus on there, and schematic. Battery plus and minus goes to P3, 1 and 2. No, it doesn't. That's the so that's the inner pins. So what is that? P3, 1 and 2. Where's P3? P6 is a speaker. Can't see P3. Can't see if they're loaded. Well. Oh wait. Yeah, look. If I look on the battery plus and minus, the inner 2 on here, if we follow the silk screen, so the inner 2, which haven't got one goes, this one goes down here to this terminal, and this one goes down here to this terminal. So they go to the battery terminals. So maybe the battery solders onto here then. So in that case, I'm not sure what that wire was for. I was assuming that was going to solder to that thing. So we do need to connect those because it's going to charge that like that, yeah? That makes sense, yeah? Do we agree with that? So I need to take this board out before it's too late, and we need 2 more of those little 1 pins. Found one of them. And I'm probably not going to find the other one because it pinged off into oblivion. let me go and get a header, because I can use another one. Luckily I've got some spares of these things. Yeah, Worms agrees as well. I think we got it right. There we go. So we've got a spare one. Another one is in China, yeah. It's gone into oblivion. Alright, let's get in the microscope. So we want one in there and there. Are we back to the breadboard again then? Think so. Let's stick it back in the breadboard. Not fully down. Then I can work out where they need to go. In fact, let's start in a corner. Then it's easier. So we need to go... Ooh, it kind of looks between holes. See that? Maybe you can. It's like in between two holes. So I might not be able to use the breadboard in that case. Maybe I can solder it on the board. Now I've got 4 legs. Because it just doesn't line up with the breadboard holes. So because we've got the 4 legs there, maybe I can put this one in here. And second one in there. We're just trying things here. It might not work. I'll try and make them square. They'll probably rotate. Someone's probably going to give me a really good idea in a minute for this. Right, let's see if I can line everything up. This is easier said than done. Right, that one's in. Now this is hard to line up. Let me get some tweezers. This one. Nowhere near it. Oh, I can't. Let me try and focus at this. There you go. Right, this one needs to come in a little bit. So that's not stopping it. This is awkward. There'll be a better way of doing this as well. Guaranteed. Right. Get in there. I think I'm going to have to bend it. Let's try and bend it in. This is awkward. Because that one's going out now. Right, I tell you what. Let me lift them up. Like that. And then see. Oh. No. That's annoying me. Oh. That's my ring light gone as well. That's quite a fiddly little job. What we saying? Sent the manual PDF on Discord if you want a better view of the instructions. Thanks for that, Dreams. I'll just open that now on Discord. Have I got Discord open on my laptop? Let's have a look. Bend it like Beckham. Yeah. Bending the outer pins plus a bit might help. Set patience control. Oh, got loads of messages. So I'm just getting up Dreams manual. sent me two. He sent me the PDF for that other laptop. And he sent me why ain't that loading? Oh, it is. Why is that so slow? Okay, it's nearly done. Right, I've got the schematic now. Let me share that with you on the screen. We'll pop that on. Window capture. Right, okay, we should be on in a second. Hopefully we can see that, what Dream sent us. I'll try and make it a bit bigger. Just zoom in a bit, like that. What's it say then? There we go. We've done that. This is much clearer instructions actually. We haven't done that yet. That ceramic capacitor, I've got to do that. Done those 3 caps, done the diode. Right, that battery board. Solder 1 4-pin single row socket. Doesn't really give us much advice on that. Other than that, it just looks like that. I've lost my chat. Beer needed, yeah. I've got a tiny bit left from the beer that I lost. Bit tired tonight after bed. Yeah, see you later, Mucky. Luckily I'm not working tomorrow, so Dreams. See in the manual how they have the board on its pins. Check the view on page 8. I don't know if that's what you're on about, if I'm on page 8. I think that's page 8. But we can see the view on there. Right, we'll go again because I think we're nearly there. Let me just assemble my microscope. It's too heavy, that ring light. It's popping off. Right, let's go for it one more time. It's hard because I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. But I might just have to go for it. Let me just get it lined up with the 4 pins and then we'll worry about the other 2. Because why isn't that even loading up, lining up now? That's way out. Let's bend that in. Right. That's lined up. This side, you need to go in. Right, we're good. So all we need to do now is put those 2 in there. So if I lift it up, let's keep the back 2 in. And let's see if I can place it. Not doing well with this. Oh, I think I've got it now. So come in at slight an angle. This is fiddly. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, lovely. Where was the last one? Can't be bothered to look for it. I'm going to cut another one. Plenty of these. No, that one's gone flying. Cut another one. Right, I'm trying to hold that at the same time. I think I'm just going to break it off instead of cutting it. It's probably the better method, isn't it? Oh, much better. Why didn't I do that to start with? I've lost my chat. Shorten the 4 soldered pins so that the other 2 sit through the via. Shorten the pins. I can cut them shorter, yeah. But I think I'm nearly there. Just need this one in that hole there. That's it, we're in. So now I just need to push it down again and make sure that they line up. Just need pushing in slightly, don't I? Where's my tweezers? I think it's there. Yeah. Here we go. We're in all 4. And I can rotate them. Try and keep them straightish. Not that it really matters too much. In fact, I might just rotate that one all the way. Or like that. Yeah, that's good. Right, let's go. Let's solder them. I think that's all correct. If we agree, we'll solder that as it is. Solder the PCB in with the 4 pins. Nice. I think we're there, mate. I think we're done. We solder and we're done. Kind of painful, but we got there. Beer always helps. Okay, and I think I'll just to keep them nice and square, like that. Is that okay? Is it taken to the pad? Yeah. Little clean up. Tweezers. Alcohol. I think we're good. Yeah, that's fine. Now we can cut the excess off the legs if there is any. Or on there, they're sticking out. Where's those cutters? It's supposed to sit on the extent of the pins as high off the board as possible, as shown in the overall picture on pin 8, making the USB port accessible. Oh. Are you sure that they used that USB port then? I don't know if you've seen that, Dreams, but I don't think that they're using it. I think what they've done is they're using this micro USB port off there, because you can see that this leg goes to the via, and that via comes there, and then it goes around, you can see, into the circuit board on there. And the other one, basically those legs, those 2 legs go to there and there. So they're bypassing this port, and they're using that port to charge it. I think that's what's happening here. So this one, you wouldn't be able to plug it in anyway, because look at the height of the caps. There's no way you plug in a cable in there, even if you did try and raise it up higher. I think that's how it is. Just going by the instructions. Alright then, so we need to raise this board. We should raise this board higher than the caps. To not use this charger, we should use this charging port here. Let's check the instructions again. Where were they? I got them here. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So on here, it looks like they've got it really high. Well, I don't know if that's just them showing that you're inserting it. I wonder if there's a further picture later on where you've got like a side image so we can see how it is. They're all like top-down images. And then that's just like how to adjust it, isn't it? Or is there an overall image at the top? No side image at all. So I can't really tell. But I'm pretty sure that those traces go to the other USB port, because I was thinking to put a USB-C on it instead. I can almost hear the radio already. Strange they didn't use the standard 0-1 spacing on the B+1 pin. Yeah, those pins there, it's different spacing. I think you can use either port, was just pointing out the instructions, yeah. This is Chinesium instructions here. Right, let me hide that. It'll be fine, as you say, the port is piggybacked for charging. So you could use either charger. But the other thing is, don't forget, it's got a shell. That's going to go in the middle of the shell. So once that's in there, the only thing that's protruding is that USB. You're not going to be able to plug your cable past the shell to get into there. So I think it's fine, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to cut these pins shorter now. We'll send it. Oh, I cut them a bit close. They're really close to the board. Nice and smooth. I think we're still good though. Yeah, solder those two B plus and B piggyback board. Yeah, so solder those two B plus and B piggyback board. Don't forget. Are you talking about these two? Solder at the top. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but yeah, we got to solder them on the other side, on the top side. Yeah, maybe that's what you meant. Let's not forget to solder them here. Lovely. And oh, you can see the microscope. There you go. I've just soldered them two there. Yeah, so they're fed to the battery. Yep. Okay, what's the next stage on those destructions? Oh, should we go with Dreams one now? We'll go with Dreams instruction. Let me put it back on. Don't have to use that bit of paper now. So let me go, because I think these are in a different order. On Dreams one, after they soldered that, they did that capacitor ceramic one there, which wasn't on here. So let's go back and follow their instructions and solder this little capacitor. Goes on there, yes, C4 104. C4 104. So let's just test it again. Sure, it's fine, but just want an excuse to play with the toy. Just gets me used to using things. So one lead on there, one lead on there. We're on resistance at the moment, so I think we need to switch this. I'll show you the screen in a minute. Capacitance. So that's supposed to be 64. Is that pico or nano? Nanofarads. And it's 65. Or 104. Wait a minute. So that's 65 nanofarads. And it's a 104 capacitor. Solder. Oh, 100 UF. Electrolytic. Oh, that's the second bit. Yeah. So it's a 104 ceramic capacitor. And that's measuring 64, 65. Is that correct? It's a bit out, isn't it? 104 to 65. I am a tard. I've been buying broken PS5s. This is what I'm supposed to do with my free time. Dreams for the win on those readable. Yeah, those PDF instructions are much better. I like them a lot. You can see what's going on. I just need to change because I've got a frequency and I think it matters about what frequency it's using, because that's not an electrolytic, that's a ceramic. So do I need to change the frequency? 1 kilohertz is 62, 10 kilohertz 59, 54. It doesn't really make much of a difference to the frequency, changing the frequency. What about if I change the voltage level? That doesn't make it. 100 nano. It just says 104, so 104 nanofarads. But with 59, that's like half, isn't it? Speed. Slow, mid, fast. Oh, okay, that's just like the refresh rate. So we can just have it on slow, doesn't matter. We don't need it to update that quick. What's this function? Oh, that's the ESR. Capacitance. Resistance. Is that series resistance? That's resistance, yeah, it's an ohms. So, but why is that capacitance 59 nanofarads? Maybe it's just a bit out of spec, but it's still fine. 104 means 100 nanofarad. 100,000 picofarad, yeah. But my meter is showing 40. Oh, I think they're shorting now. 1 second. Yeah. So I get it. It's supposed to be 100 nanofarad, but I'm only measuring 59 nanofarad. So it just shows you that like these aren't these capacitors aren't quite that accurate. So 120 hertz, you're saying, is most accurate for these. So the speed of it, I'll change it. Because by the way, I've got two different modes on here. If you can see that, so I could change the speed. Sorry, ignore that. Change the frequency. Here you go, 120 hertz. You're saying that's the most accurate for these. And I've got function C, which is capacitor. But if I change it onto here, the function, inductance, I've got here ECAP, which is supposed to be a special mode just for electrolytic type caps, not ceramic capacitors. This is just for electrolytic ones. But yeah, we'll solder that in anyway. I thought it would be interesting to see that. But it's not really 100 nanofarads, is it, when you measure it? I'll bang that in there. Right. Let's solder that. 40% error, yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's just like a little bit out. Let's just say it'll work. Here we go. Centralize that a little bit. think we're good. Let me get the cutters. Nice. Touch of cleaning. I replaced some 204s with 104s on that clock I fixed, and it still works fine. There you go. So it doesn't have to be that accurate. Let's go and find Dream's instructions. So we've done the capacitor. I've done those electrolytics. I've done that. As I say, these were in a different order. So we need a 4 single row socket. So we've got to put the socket up there, and that's going to be for the OLED, I'm assuming. So I'll switch back to the microscope. So it's this header here. So we've got ground, VCC, synchronous clock, and data. Nice. That's going to go in there. Should be able to hold that one. Keep them like central. I think I've probably got enough solder on the tip. Tack it in. Let's see if that's straight. Does that look straight? No. It's on the wonk. Let me focus. Right, I'll heat it up and see if I can straighten it. Right. How's that looking? Now it's on the sideways. Right, I'm going to try and heat and rotate. And push down. Right, let's have a look how that looks. That looks pretty lined up. And that way it's good. Let's go in and solder that. I think we've got it. I think I need to clean this tip a little bit. Much better. And just go over this one again. That looks alright. What we're saying on that chat. Can't find it here, use white tack or whatever it's called. Definitely underrated when working with SMDs. Blue tack is my chip holder when I have to re-pull. I need to get some blue tack then. Nice and cheap as well. Ah, LF subscribed as well 27 minutes ago. Sorry mate, I missed you if you're still here. But thanks for the sub. I'm not really looking at my screen, so I can't see what's happening, so just shout out if I miss anything. Right, that'll do. We've got a screen header. Void has just subscribed. I got that one just as I was looking at the screen. Thanks for subbing, mate. Exactly why I'm cheap. Nothing wrong with a blue tack. Tool of champions. Definitely. Go for the cheapest tools you can get that work. Right. What we're doing now? Oh, a switch. Switch. Okay. That's going in there. Guess it doesn't matter where the switch goes. It just goes in, doesn't it? I'll put the microscope, you can see the switch. I'm thinking I'm going to have another beer. That was my last sip. Right, so does this matter which way it goes? There's no pin 1 or anything. Can't imagine it will. So this is like a, yeah, it's a clicky on off switch. I thought it was like a momentary switch. Right, let's try and tack that on. Have I got enough solder? No. Get a bit more. Now we should be good. Right, we're tacked on. Now we can concentrate. We just, yeah, I think we're nice and flush to the board. Just a little bridge there. Oop. Trying to do this without any flux. The iron was a little bit big really for these ones. It's touching all the pads, but we got it done. I highly recommend blue tack. Use it a lot. I read Grandad's name as Grandpa Hench, not Grandpa's bench. We've run out of alcohol. Let's soak it again. Much better. I do like these little nano sponges. Lovely. Oh, these ones we didn't clean from earlier. It's starting to break up now. That's perfectly clean. Right. Where's Dream's instructions? We've done your switch. What else we got? Oh, keys. We've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. Alright, can do that. No drama. We've run out of alcohol. That should set off an alarm. Yeah. Okay, seeing things there. Yeah, I'm going to get another beer, guys. I'll just be only 1 second. Here we go. Right, let's get this one opened. We're on the another Guinness foreign stout. I really like this stuff. Got to remember, I've still got to go digging in the bin for that crystal. Cheers, Hickman. I hope you've got a beer as well. I hate to see people drink on streams. Oh, right, okay. It's like the only time I drink. I'm not really a big drinker anymore. But it's kind of a relaxing thing to do as well. Do a stream. Do a bit of soldering. For me, it's just a hobby. It's not a job. So, you know, it's just something I enjoy to do. Bit of a pastime. Okay, so where were we? These switches here. So we've got quite a few of those. Supposed to be 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why have I only got 3 switches then? 4 switches. I'm missing a switch. Just looking. Beer is haram, man. I'm not sure what haram means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is haram good or bad? I've got no idea. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 switches and I need 5. And he's got plenty of switches, yeah. He's got V2s, V1s, OLEDs, lights, but probably not these. But that's weird because I've only got 3 red buttons and a yellow button. That's 4. I've got 4 buttons then. Am I missing parts again? Oh, hang on, no, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've knocked it over while I've been working on the laptop. I'll solder what I've got and then I'll look for the other one. There were 5 when you opened it, so it's there somewhere. Yeah, I think it must have moved while I've got the laptop on the desk and I've moved everything away. Right. They go in quite nice and secure. I'll just pop these in. Then we'll solder them under the microscope so you can see better. And nearly that. Hopefully we'll be playing some music in a minute with this. I've bent the leg. 1 second. Let's get the microscope in. We've got leg damage incoming. Okay, let's see if we can recover from that. I pushed down too hard. It doesn't take much to bend these legs at all. Okay, let's go in here. Right, I think we're in. All 4 legs. Let's go soldering. They are falling out actually. Right, I'll do them one at a time and hold them. Right, this one first. Right, next one. It's falling out. Right, getting it in there. I'm just going to focus on one at once, I think. I don't like... Here we go. I'm so jealous of you guys. I can't drink anymore as I have diabetes. Oh, sorry to hear that. Grandpa's bench. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, really. Right, have I soldered that on? That's nice and flat, yeah. Let's go to the next one. Right, let's get some solder to tack it on. Plenty on the tip. Right, I'm holding it flush. Right, I think I've got it tacked enough. Can't get a copyright strike. May have pinged a bit. Hope it's a short distance. Just use a wire as a switch for now, or short it out using the paper clip. It's bad. Oh no. Should I throw the beer away? Is it upsetting everybody? Nobody are drinkers on here. Oh, Grandpa's bench, get yourself some alcohol free, not the same. Yeah. Right. Trying to get it in. Quite hard to hold these things flat while you do it. Not really got enough solder on there now. Now I have. There we go. Nearly there. Finish that one off a little bit. Need to find that other switch. I'm trying to get a bit more solder on. Come on. I bet other people would build these kits in like 5 minutes. This is taking so long I had to have a little break. Do the laptop. There we go. I think that's okay. Upset by the beer only because you are not sharing it. I'm not drinking beer right now. Just ignore that. Right, okay. Let me find the switch because it's going to definitely be here. Oh, I found it. I found it. Oh, we got a problem. Oh, we got a problem. That one. Don't know how. Oh, and that one. And that one. Didn't hold them straight enough. That one and that one looks okay. That's alright. We'll just heat these up. Can we heat them all up together? I'm not sure. Enough to push it in. Let me get ready. Don't think this is going to work, is it? No. Can't do it quick enough. I'm going to have to try to wick it away on one side, I think, at least. What's he saying? He drank. Yeah, I could probably do this fairly quick, but I can't fix a laptop as quick as you. Takes me ages. Yeah, I'm crap at soldering as well. Did you find them? Yes, we found the mystery beer. No, but we've not been drinking beer because we're upsetting people. I'm soldering for 47 years and still do kits like this for fun. Yeah, I just want to see what it's like after. And as I say, I've got a little project that Symbol Tech's giving me to work on, so I need to get some practice in. He did. He drank it. Hot air. Okay, should we use hot air? Let's try that. We've got hot air here. Everything's going to get... How am I going to do this? I need something to hold it at the same time. I'll switch you to the microscope as well. You're on the microscope, aren't you? I don't know how to hold it at the same time. Right, I'm kind of under it with the tweezers. Try like that. I don't know how I'm going to push it in though. Or should I just remove it and then put it back in? I don't know if I'm thinking this through properly. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. What temperature am I on? I think it's melted, isn't it? It's just not coming out because I've got it. Oh, okay, I think it's breaking it. I don't think the hot air is good. I think we broke it. Or is that just the black plastic that goes inside? What's gone on there? Maybe the hot air wasn't a great idea. Right, let's go while it's hot and get rid of that. Let me try and... Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that's not working out well for me for some reason. I want to drink now. Oh yeah, I want to see the project. You're going to stream the build live. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah. Wow, this board is roasting. I can't touch any of the board. That didn't work very well. Can't even touch the board. I think it's nearly out. Let me just do these two. I think just these two are not out. Oh, this is a nightmare now. Look at it. It's like out on that side. Ow. Just remove the solder using solder wick or solder sucker. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But someone suggested to try to use the hot air. I'm not as good with that, the hot air. I'll try to use the solder sucker. Yeah, one of them is like super loose now. I think I might have damaged them. Right. Let's do this properly. Is that fully liquid? I'm rubbish with this thing. I need it in a board holder, this, I think. Right, that's a full liquid. Do I keep the iron on it? Kind of sucked a bit away. I'm honestly terrible with this solder sucker thing. It's starting to look a bit of a mess now. It's not working for me, that solder sucker. Just going to go with what I know with this, I think. Let me just try and do this. Just use a bit of braid. That's not working either. No. Might be enough to get it out. Do you have low melt solder? Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy temperature. This is just a leaded solder. I just don't think I've got a good method there. The hot air should have worked as well, but I can't really hold everything at the same time. I feel like I've not got enough hands. Flux is your friend. Some flux on the braid will help. Yeah, well, I've got the let me hide the thing for a minute. We can do some we can try and add some light flux onto with the rosin. You can try to add on. That should help a little bit. We'll give that a go. I just don't know if I should put this in the board holder. I just can't heat both of them at the same time. Unless maybe if we add solder onto this and bridge it over. Let's just like add a lot of solder on here. Right. And now that should do both of them at the same time. Will that work? I need to pull it as well. Hang on, let me get under with the tweezers. I can't do everything at the same time. Not got enough hands. This is going to be blurry. Can't see what I'm doing here. No. What time are we on? I might just leave it for the night because, yeah, I'll show you that. It's nearly out. it's just holding on that side, but the legs are like curved in as well as they go in. That one is a little bit loose from the heat, but I think it's still okay. That one is supposed to have a little bit of play in it. Let me just see if I can fix that last one. That one is supposed to go in there. I'm not sure if it will go back in or not. Maybe once I've got it out, I can get it in. Some flux on the braid will help flux and heat. I'm behind a few minutes of the buffering. Am I buffering? I'm not dropping as much. Yeah. Yeah, it's just because it's late. So we did look at the laptop as well. There's not that much to go on there, but I've broken that one switch. I need to try and repair that, and I found the other one. So I might just continue this on the next one, because it's getting a little bit late and I've got to be doing some stuff in the morning as well. Fortunately, I haven't got to go to work. But yeah, if you don't mind, I think we'll probably just leave it there for this one. I would have liked to get that working. It would be nice. But I think it's going to be like 1 AM or 1:30 before I get that sorted. So it's probably going to be a bit late. So it's probably a good time to leave it there. I might just quickly put it together tomorrow or something and just do a little short to update people. Or I could just do it on another stream, add it to the next stream. But I don't know when that will be. Oh, Ace is live as well. We should all go and raid Ace's stream. Yeah, go and raid Ace's stream for a bit. Thanks everyone for dropping by. I'm pleased we managed to get somewhere with that laptop as well. We found out that yoga needs a new screen. And someone wrote it in the chat, so I'll have a look and double check, see if I can get one that's worth buying. Because I wouldn't mind replacing it just for the fun of it, really. Even if it's not that actually worth it. Oh, it's 2:30 where you are. Yeah, definitely it's bedtime. Yeah, or get some shut-eye. Oh, Wolf's also on as well. So you got a choice. You can raid Wolf's stream or you can raid Ace's stream. I'll let you guys decide. Yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you all. Have another sip. I'll be back with some more videos anyway, hopefully at this weekend to work on. Yeah, thanks everybody. I'm going to disconnect now. Sorry for the issues with the streaming as well. So thanks Dreams. Thanks for your help as well. Always appreciated.